Hello, good morning, our international students. Following our rector, Viktor Koksharov, director of the Ural Federal University, I'd like to congratulate you with the fact that the Russian government has made it possible for all students representing all countries to start studying in person in the Russian Federation. So now you'll be able to continue your studies, your research projects in person. You'll be face to face with your professors. You'll meet friends, those who are here in Ekaterinburg waiting for you to arrive. This applies to students, this applies to faculty and to the administration of the Ural Federal University. Before starting, I'd like to draw your attention to the fact that on every page of the presentation, you can see our telephone numbers, email addresses in order for you to take note of them and ask questions that you may have about your current situation, and if you need any answer concerning your arrival and different mechanisms and procedures. All our presentations will be posted in the social media on all the websites, and they will be duplicating the materials that have already been posted in our leaflets, which is very clear, which describes very well what needs to be done in order to arrive and continue and or start your studies at our university. Let's start. Now you know that you can arrive in the Russian Federation. You have consulted your parents and relatives, you have sorted it out, and you have decided to come. What you need to do first, inform the university that you are going to come. Inform us and send your documents, your passport, translation of your passport into Russian language. And for the visa countries, please submit the visa application form. We need to get prepared for your arrival. You need to get prepared. We need to prepare the accommodation, and we need to adjust perhaps the educational program, and we need to get prepared in order to provide healthcare to you. Okay, you have sent your information to us. Now, the next phase is taking a lot of time, about more than a month. It's waiting for the official invitation for studies. Please be patient. This is essential in accordance with legislation. After you have received the official invitation, you can go to the Russian consulate in order to process your visa to the Russian Federation. But before you come to Russia, you need to fill in your form about your arrival. You need to fill in your arrival form in order for us to be able to pick up you at the airport, at the railway station, depending on which mode of transport you are going to use to arrive in Ekaterinburg. And this is our staff or representatives of our big team at the Ural Federal University could meet you and facilitate your arrival and provide help here in the Russian Federation. Before 72 hours before arrival in Russia, you need to get a PCR test. You need to get a certificate in the Russian or English languages that your test is negative. And with this document, you will cross the Russian border. After you have arrived in the Russian Federation, you will need to get a second PCR test within 72 hours. Many of you will be arriving via Moscow. We recommend that you take this test in Moscow, right after arrival at the airport. And after you have arrived in Ekaterinburg, you'll have a ready-made negative test on hand. And you'll be able to move freely around the city and do things you need to do. And so we have 2 laboratories, and it's your choice where to take this test. But before you have gotten your second negative PCR test, you need to be self-isolated. Where? If you have friends or relatives or whatever you can stay with them. If you want to rent an apartment, you can get to the student union, and they will tell you where you could get rent a flat, or stay at the student accommodation at Bolshakov 79. And please pay attention to our line of telephone numbers and emails where, in order to get advice on where you can stay for self-isolation. Okay, you've got a negative PCR test. Now you need to get student accommodation and you need to start your studies. But before doing this, what do you need to do? First of all, you need to get medical insurance, and we suggest a number of options. Insurance companies, you can get insurance policies online, and the email addresses of the insurance companies are shown here, but we recommend that you should choose an insurance policy that provides as broad a range of medical services as possible that could help you seek medical care or even cover your traveling costs to where you live. Okay, you've got insured. What do we do next? We carry out a medical check at the University's Medical Center, Komsomolskaya Street, from 2 to 9 p.m. And this is where you need help with translation, with the medical checkup procedures. And again, our team of the Ural Federal University will provide all assistance, all help when doing your medical checkup. Okay, once you've got your medical checkup done, you can get permission to Comintern number 1. So next, you need to get a certificate for admission to studies, and this is necessary for those who are staying with their relatives or friends or the student accommodation. And the final thing, you get registered with the migration service within 7 days after you have crossed the Russian border. We can remember why the restrictions have been imposed, because of COVID. So we are taking care, we care for your health. And as soon as you have developed symptoms like coughing, high fever, sore throat, please let us know. Please let the university colleagues know, the university team, so that we could call a doctor or provide any other support that could enable you to overcome the illness. Vaccination is a very important issue. Dear students, we know that each time we'll be telling you that vaccination is an individual decision. There is no obligation to get vaccinated, but it is your right. But we are telling you responsibly that to overcome the pandemic, it's possible only through overall vaccination. That is why in the majority of countries, vaccines have been developed, so vaccinations are going on. So once you've got vaccinated in your own home country, please let us know. But please note that in the city of Yekaterinburg at the Ural Federal University, you'll have an opportunity to get vaccinated. Of course, besides accepting those who are under 18 or who have contraindications against vaccination, but our students are getting vaccinated with Sputnik V, and will provide you with this opportunity. Vaccination is a guarantee of victory over this disease. And a few words for Afghan students. We know that the situation in this country is difficult. That is why the Russian Federation has made a decision to provide support, help in traveling by air from Afghanistan to the Russian Federation. We know that in the very near future, airplanes will be sent to Afghanistan who will deliver several hundreds of Afghan students to the Russian Federation. But in the meantime, we need to get your contact, passport details, and pass this information to our colleagues at the embassy. So there's still some time that you need to help until you get contacted. And also, if for any personal reasons you think it's more comfortable, convenient for you to travel via a third country, for example, like Pakistan, this is your decision. But in any case, please let the Ural University know about this. And I should like to draw your attention to the fact that our special manager, Sergey Zaryansky, will be in contact with you in order to ensure a comfortable and rapid traveling to the Russian Federation by air for studies.